Hello, hello, hello. I'm so sorry if there was any confusion just now on the stream. I literally had to, okay, back up. I'm gonna give you the full rundown. So I just like lost my Wi-Fi. It just randomly went out like 3 minutes before I went live. So I was like, fuck. Then I went over and I reset the router, and then like 2 minutes before I was supposed to go live, everything went back up. I was like ready to go. And then at my usual time, I clicked, begin stream or like go live, and it was like, it looks like this stream has been deleted from YouTube, so you can't go live. And I was like, what the hell? Like, no, it wasn't. It literally was not. So then I had to go and create a new live, and I'm a couple minutes late. I apologize, but it looks like everyone found this new stream okay. I just need to post the updated link to my Instagram because now it's the wrong link on there. So let me just do that really quick. Always some sort of technical difficulties here, aren't there? Okay. Now that's going up, so everyone will be able to find us anyway. But looks like there's already 50 of you here. Okay, that's good. Let's see who's here. Hello, Cinema Guillotine and Rock Pan is here. Ryan made it. Oh, good stuff. I thought you had to work. I can't remember if that was you. Yeah, I hope everyone had a good Friday the 13th and celebrating this weekend with hockey masks, bizarro, chaotic dancing. I totally second that. And my weekend is going to be pretty good. I would love to hear what you guys are doing this weekend because, spooky season stuff is kicking off. So, are you guys going to any haunts or anything? I personally, tonight I'm celebrating my best friend Natalie's 25th birthday. So we are going out and doing karaoke dressed as various SpongeBob characters. I personally am going to be Mermaid Man. Scott is going to be Barnacle Boy. Natalie's dressing up as Patrick. I think her boyfriend is dressing up as Mr. Krabs. So that's going to be really fun. And then also, I mapped out a vlog of going to all of the shooting locations for the original Halloween. So I'm going to be vlogging that tomorrow. And then you guys won't see that video for like another 3 weeks or so, but I'm super stoked on that. So yeah, I'm finally going to see all the shooting locations of the original Halloween and take you guys along with me. So that's what I'm doing this weekend. I'd love to hear what you guys are up to. Hey, Noah. Oh, hey, Anthony. Appreciate it. Hello. Hello. I'm doing really well. I slept for like 9.5 hours last night. I'm coming to you fresh out the shower, so you're going to see my hair in like all of its awkward drying stages. So that's really fun. But but I didn't want to do my makeup till later because like I'm going out and, I just got out of the shower. For a second, I thought Mike Flanagan was here too. Wouldn't that be the day? That'd be great. Watching it while I'm working. Hell yeah. Today's bad luck for everyone on live streams. Really? What happened to somebody else try to go live and have problems? It was so weird. That's never happened to me before. Like my Wi-Fi just went out right before I was supposed to go on. Ugh, that was chaotic. Oh, thank you. Appreciate it. Yeah, if you got that video yesterday, I really screwed the pooch on where I ranked Chris from part 3. I don't know what I was thinking. Because I've ranked them before and she was in my top 3. And then I don't know. I just haven't seen part 3 in like 2 years, so that's why. But also yesterday for Friday the 13th celebrations, I mostly just worked all day. Like I was getting a lot of work done. I went and I saw the new Speak No Evil, and then last night Scott and I watched part 2, Friday the 13th part 2. So hello. Wouldn't be a haunted to be live stream if there weren't any technical difficulties. Unfortunately, true. Yeah, thanks. Appreciate it. Oh, Ghostface fan art. Hell yeah. Hey, Paige. Hey, King of the Dead. Oh, you got to see the original in theaters last night? My dad got to do that. They didn't bring it to my theater, though. I was so bummed. Because my dad called me last night and he was like, is it worth me going to my third movie of the day at the theater to see the re-release of Friday the 13th? And I was like, yes! Yes, it is. Yeah, my dad's wildin', but he's like prepping for our next Patreon little podcast. Oh, apologies, everybody. I'm glad that you found this stream, though. Looks like everybody's here now. Oh, hey, Haley. Good to have you. Good afternoon. Also doing some drawing. Nice. You saw Subservience last night? Oh, that one's on my list for this month. The new Megan Fox movie where she's like an AI robot. Yeah, I'm interested in that one. You're doing the Hooptober thing? Cool. Cool, cool, cool. Oh, yeah. I mean, we can do that next time. And there's another Friday the 13th, the beginning of December. So yeah, we'll definitely do Jason Lives. I think we definitely will. Yeah, I am dressing as a mermaid man. I am. You have an identical twin brother. I don't think that's ever come up. You're playing the Shining twins in a haunted house for Halloween. Oh, that's sick. That's so fun. Yeah, I am going to Michael Myers' house. Oh, you live right by it? That's cool. Yeah, but unfortunately it's closed on Sundays, so I'm gonna have to go back by myself during the week, drive all the way back down to South Pass to actually like go into the museum and stuff. But so I don't know if that's gonna be in the vlog where I like go to the shooting locations. I might do that in another spooky vlog during this season. Because I also want to go back to like the Mystic Museum. They have new like photo ops set up and stuff, and this year it's like high school reunion themed, so they have like Carrie, and I think Freddy Krueger is something to do with him, he's there, and probably like Jennifer's body. So I want to do that. I want to go back down to Hollywood and like have another spooky day. Happy Saturday the 14th. um yeah, I haven't really seen any updates on that one in a while, but you did Fashion Week. Ooh, that's cool. Yep, karaoke, baby. Oh, you've done Barnacle Boy before? Oh my god. Yeah, I might vlog that a little bit. You know, I'll show you guys the outfits. Because I'm probably gonna I'll vlog a good amount of this weekend. I do still need to interview Mike Flanagan. I really do. I need to sign up for like festival email lists and stuff because I didn't realize the tickets had gone live for Beyond Fest, and he's doing a Q&A for I think a couple of his movies. I don't know if he is doing a screening for some of his Stephen King adaptations or something, but it's sold out. Like I checked for tickets yesterday, and of course it's totally sold out. Probably sold out in like the first day. But I should have done that, you know, because then I would have approached him and been like, hey, aren't you one of my patrons? What am I gonna be for Halloween this year? Oh, Scott and I are doing Big and Little John from Halloween Kills. Hey, I appreciate it. I'm doing really well. I'm well rested today, you know. Oh, thank you, Lexius. How's my film Liked going? It's going, you know. It's like, I mean, it's done. It's been submitted to festivals, so now it's just a matter of like waiting to see which ones it gets into. So far we're 0 for 2, you know, but there's 4 more. There's 4 more that we're waiting on, so we'll see. And then depending on that, it's gonna have its release on the YouTube channel next year. Because some of them, like one of the festivals, we don't hear back until like April of next year. It's like that's such a long time. That's kind of unacceptable in my opinion. But anyway, oh, we're gonna talk about this. We're gonna talk about Bruce Campbell's new show. Don't you worry. Hello. Um. Oh, I never put that together. That's a good one. Oh, this is not on my list to talk about today. Maybe we can look into that. I have a lot to go through though, because I haven't done a horror news stream in like a month. So there's a lot. Okay, there's a lot. We have to talk about James Wan, his potential. Well, not even potential. I think it's kind of official now. He is doing a Universal Classic Monster remake. We got to talk about the Creep tapes. There's a new Heather Langenkamp horror movie coming out. I want to talk a little bit about The Crow, Bill Skarsgård's The Crow, and what's going on with that. I'm going to talk about Camp Crystal Lake, obviously, because they're doing like a real, like you can go to the real lake in New Jersey now, and they're offering something for that. So I want to look into that because I'm like, oh, maybe I'll do that next year, you know? We got to talk about how the Winnie the Pooh universe is expanding. Want to talk about updates to Mike Flanagan's The Exorcist. There are a bunch of new horror streaming titles this month, like a ton of them. I think there's like 10 that we need to go through. And then there are Final Destination Bloodlines updates. There is a new kind of secretive Terminator project that involves James Cameron. Bruce Campbell's new show I wanted to talk about. And then I guess there might be updates to the new Child's Play movie that Don Mancini has been interviewed about. So yeah, yeah, that's a lot. And then that's not even including all of the little blurbs that I have bookmarked on Twitter. Like there are so many things, and then it's like, source, deadline, but I'm like, it's too much. I'm not going to get articles for every single one of those things, but there's just, some fun rumors going around that I thought we could also talk about. So there is no shortage of news today. And thank you so much, Lexius. Good news. News is that Hush is getting a physical media release on November 26th. Yeah, I guess who's getting it? You what? Oh, thank you. Yeah, it's some really crazy cool 4K. If we have time, we can also go over that and like all the special features on that because they really kind of outdid themselves. It's looking like a really, really good physical media release. But I so appreciate that. I'll definitely review it probably on the second channel because that's been something that's just been so it's such a long time coming, And same thing with like Barbarian. Can we do this with Barbarian next? Just like harass everybody till we get that, So we don't have any physical media release. They're one of your favorite characters. Same. That's why we're doing it. Obviously, he's going to be Big John because between the two of us, he is Big John. And between the two of us, I am the gay pirate, obviously. So, yeah, he's going to do... We got to find him like a kimono and some brass knuckles and maybe a little knife. And I got to find my pirate costume, so... Anyway, I don't know. Did any of that jump out to anybody? What you guys want to start with? If you guys don't feel too strongly about it, I'm really curious about this James Wan news because it's been a little while since we've gotten a horror film from him. The last one was Malignant, right? And then he was stuck in the hell of Aquaman 2. So, yes, I also have it on my schedule to review Terrifier 3 when it comes out. So we'll see if I stick to that, if I like it enough, if it's worth talking about. I'm sure it will be, honestly. Let's see. What did I see? No, I don't want to watch the teaser for the Wolfman because I just want to go into that one really blind. So I don't have plans to do that. We need to talk about the new Alien show coming to Hulu. Yeah, it's a proper sequel to Alien Romulus. Oh, I didn't realize that. I thought that was like a prequel series, but I guess we can look into like the timeline of everything with the Alien franchise now because it's gotten a bit complicated. Thinking of dressing as Art the Clown. Ooh. No, haven't no, wait, did I? No, I think I reacted to the teaser. I think that's all I've seen. I don't think I've seen the full trailer for Terrifier 3, so no. Am I going to review the new Joker movie? If it's interesting enough, I might do that for the Patreon. I would probably do that with my dad because it's definitely a conundrum. It's a weird thing that's happening, Joker 2. So probably, maybe. Babysitter. Oh, for physical media? I wish. I honestly, like, out of all the Netflix stuff, I would ride the hardest for Fear Street, but I would love the Babysitter movies too. Look at that. Oh, hey, from Argentina. Very cool. I have seen Mom and Dad. I recommend that movie, actually. Oh, nice. I'm seeing The Substance this Thursday. So next Monday, I'm going to try to like get out kind of a rush review for that one because it's at this point one of my most anticipated of the year. But anyway, let's get into some horror movie news. I will pull up this Deadline article. So the alleged Universal oh no. Did my mouse just die? That is not good timing. Okay, whatever. I'll use my computer pad anyway. I'll plug it in just a second. Okay, so the news is that he is developing a Creature from the Black Lagoon movie for Universal. And when I saw this news on Twitter, I was pretty stoked. Like I reacted to it and I forget what I said, but I just, basically was like excited. I was like, they're remaking Creature from the Black Lagoon. I used the Brittany Broski meme, the kombucha meme, and then directed by James Wan. I was like, oh, okay, all right. And then people were replying to that tweet being really annoying, and it honestly, that's on me because I forgot to like change who could reply to the tweet. I don't like letting people talk to me on Twitter, but yeah, people were saying, oh, James Wan is the reason why I'm not excited. Like, oh, it should have been Del Toro, whatever. And I was like, you fake fans, like you want to be contrarians. Like Del Toro already remade Creature from the Black Lagoon in the way that he wanted to, okay? He made, what's it called? The Shape of Water. He made The Shape of Water. That was his version of the remake. Like, did you guys not see that? It won Best Picture. What are we talking about? So James Wan, like, I'm interested in his take on it. I think it'd be different. Like, would I have loved a Del Toro remake? Yeah, but his version of this movie is, wasn't totally my jam. So I'm curious to see what James Wan would do. The first film he would direct since merging his Atomic Monster banner with Blumhouse. Oh, that's true. To potentially helm The Creature from the Black Lagoon. He's developing a grounded, modernized retelling that leans into visceral horror while paying respect to the original classic. And that's something we didn't really get in the original, which if you haven't seen the original from the 50s, oh my god. The underwater cinematography in that movie, I felt like it just was so cutting edge. I wanted to say ahead of its time, but it just was like really, really cutting edge, and it's such a beautiful film, and it's all still so applicable. It's about like, the themes revolve around like the destruction of discovery, and how a lot about discovery is not well intentioned, and it's applicable kind of to like climate change topics and stuff today. So I love the original movie, and I'm okay with this. I'm excited. It's been a high priority for Universal since they revamped its monster movie strategy in 2019 because we all know what happened with the Mummy with Tom Cruise. Yeah, so world building pioneer, yes, yada yada. We know who James Wan is. Okay, so that's all we have right now. So it's not quite official yet that he's directing. I'm gonna plug in my mouse because I'm gonna need this. That's gonna bother me. But yeah, sound off in the chat. I'm really curious what you guys think, because the response on Twitter was just not what I was expecting at all. Ugh. So I need to know. I need to know what you guys think about this. Okay, here we go. Oh, I saw this too. Yeah, it turns out that Joaquin Phoenix is a total flake. I always thought, like, what a dream to work with somebody that weird, like, a dream down the pipeline to work with Joaquin Phoenix. Now I'm like, no, I would never cast him in something. Apparently he pulls out a movie super last minute. And the fact that James McAvoy, like, I think that's such a crazy, like, positive story for James McAvoy, because what do you mean he pulled all of those characters out of his butt only 2 weeks before filming with, like, almost no prep time? That's crazy. Anyway, hello. Let's see. What do we think? Oh, okay. This could be pretty badass. Creature is one of my personal favorites, along with Dracula and the Wolfman. Hell yeah. You're down if the new movie is black and white. I would love that too, but I don't know. I don't know if that would really be James Wan's James Wan's vibe. After getting Malignant, that was so giallo coded, and very colorful and everything. I wonder if if the pendulum would swing the other way and he'd be like, okay, now it's time to do a really cool black and white kind of homage. I'm not sure. I wonder what the redesign of the creature would look like. I don't really know how it could be improved. Like, I love the original design so much. They didn't really change it for The Shape of Water. So I don't know. I like the original. I don't know what they could do that would be better. So yes, it was his Creature from the Black Lagoon. Exactly. It was fishy horny. I didn't want to like say it, but that was the reason why it didn't really resonate with me. He does the same thing in Splice, where there is also bestiality, and like Del Toro really wants to have sex with a monster. Like, it's not for me, but love the Gill Man. John Carpenter and Landis were considered for. Oh, I haven't seen that one. Damn, I wish one of them did direct it. Love how sweet The Shape of Water was with the creature. It's more of a love story. I prefer my monsters to be more menacing. Yeah, which I think he would. According to that article, it sounds like that's the direction that they're going. And I don't know why they're teasing us with this if he's not actually going to end up directing it. I'd be really bummed if he wasn't, because I would like James Wan back in the director's chair for more horror. I mean, after Malignant, I'm just super stoked for the direction of his career in horror, because clearly he's just so down to like try weird, insane stuff. And with Insidious, we didn't really see that side of him, and I would love for more of that to come out. Like, I think it'd be really, really cool. It is super underrated. It's one of my favorite decades of all time. You wish someone would do a new Mummy movie? I think that'll come. Eventually it will. Um, let's see. Wait, oh, still wish the Dark Universe could have been a success. I mean, yeah, maybe it's for the best with Blumhouse to take over and reimagine them. I mean, I don't know that I really trust Blumhouse, but the fact that it's a big collaboration with Universal and Atomic Monster, I think it'll be all right. Also because Blumhouse just released their biggest surprise of the year, Speak No Evil, was actually good. So sometimes we can still count on Blumhouse. Sometimes. So wins Oscars, he's allowed to do whatever he wants. That's such bullshit, that's such bullshit. If there was a female actor doing that, if there was an actress doing that in the industry and she had that reputation, she would never get hired. It's a bullshit double standard. That's just not true. Like, I don't even think that Meryl Streep could get away with that. Hello. I don't think that there would be a lot of CGI because, I mean, in Malignant, pretty much everything was practical. All the Gabriel stuff, oh my god, it was so good. He was a nightmare for the whole crew during Napoleon. You work in the industry in the UK and everybody was talking about it. Oh man, he's a nightmare on set too? What is with this man? What is with this man? Yeah, I can't imagine anyone else playing Kevin and all the alters in Split. Yeah, totally. Totally. Kind of surprising to me. I know. That was such a huge shock. Also because like Ari Aster had nothing negative to say about him. They seemed like they were just cut from the same cloth. Their little like interview they did together where they were interviewing each other on the A24 podcast, they both just were grumbling with one another like, we just want to make things and then not have to talk about it, and we just want to make stuff, and we we don't want to saddle our movies with all this baggage of what we're talking about and blah blah blah. I was like, man, you two are really made for each other. So I just assumed that they, I assumed the commitment for a movie like Beau is Afraid. I was like, I mean, these must be just top of the line professionals, you know what I mean? But whatever. Oh, has a huge ego on the sets of his movies? That's such a bummer to hear because he's so talented. He is so talented. James McAvoy is so good, and he's so good in the new Speak No Evil. By the way, I do recommend that one this weekend for you. Splice definitely seems like a Del Toro film. He produced whatever. Whatever, you know what I mean? Because what's another one? Oh, yeah, I mean, like, The Orphanage, I just watched that one, and I consider it a Del Toro film. He only produced it, like, I know, but, as a producer, he usually has a really big influence. Like, you can tell even when he's just produced a film, like, you can see his influence and all the Del Toroisms. So, I still, whatever. Technicalities. You would wanna see the design from Monster Squad where he had teeth and more fishy eyes? Okay. I kind of forget the look from Monster Squad, but that's not bad. You think they're gonna ruin the Wolfman? I don't know. I trust Lee Whannell. I really enjoy Lee Whannell's Invisible Man. It was such a unique reimagining that I trust in his creativity, I think it could be good. You want Greta Gerwig to make a horror movie? I agree. Oh my god, I agree. I feel like she could make something. I don't know how outright horror, I don't know how she would be with that, but she could definitely make an upgraded Bodies, like something in that arena, I think. Anyway, I wonder if the Fall Guy was a slight dig at Phoenix. Oh, huh. Don't know. Didn't think about that. Let's see that. Wait. So the. Oh, Mimic is. Wait. He directed Mimic, right? Yeah. Anyway, Splice is weird. Oh, not necessarily on set. Just mean shooting. Art department, set deck. Would he be late for his costume fittings and stuff? Shooting crew and the other crew normally two separate worlds. Oh, that's interesting. My only experience on like bigger movie sets, like everything is kind of just, it's a bit of a mess. Like everything, it kind of overlaps. But I haven't really been on any like proper high budget films. Anyway, kind of feels like Joaquin doesn't want to do this anymore. I mean, maybe he's had it really, really rough. Like he was a child actor. His brother like died in his arms, did he not? I mean, his younger brother, like he's had a rough go of it. This town has not been kind to him, I would say. You want to see Brendan Fraser return? I mean, I think he would do it. He said he would love to do it. I don't know that I don't feel like they would. Maybe. You guys think that they would return to his timeline of the Mummy franchise? I feel like they would, just because of how much nostalgia stuff that we get these days, but I don't know. I don't know. Okay, it seems like we've kind of gotten off of the James Wan news of it all. We can move on, I think. No, okay. We'll talk about the creep tapes first, but then I really want to talk about the new Heather Langenkamp horror movie, because there's also, I think, somebody else starring in that one that I forget, and it just seemed really exciting. I'm also gonna see if my mouse is ready. Here we go. Whoop. Yep, okay. Got my mouse working again. Very good. Okay. Yeah, the Creep tapes. The Creep franchise returns with Shudder. So before, Mark Duplass had announced that there was like, yeah, the first season, 8 episodes, I turned Creep into a TV show, but we didn't know where it was going to land yet. So now I guess it's official. It's coming to Shudder, which thank God, because I have that streaming service. Yeah, brand new small screen expansion. So yeah, premieres on November 15th. Oh, I wish it was coming during spooky season. Okay, so it debuts with a 2-episode premiere, followed by new episodes releasing weekly. Oh, oh, fun. Oh my gosh, we haven't gotten like a proper weekly release show in forever, I feel like. I don't know. Did Yellow Jackets do that? Maybe that was like the last one. I don't know, because Netflix always gives us the bullshit of like, here's half of the season in this month, and then you gotta wait next month and give us $20 more before we give you the other half of the season. It's like, okay, great. Netflix, thanks, thank you. Okay, so continues to unravel the mind of a secluded serial killer who lures videographers into his world with the promise of a paid job documenting his life. Yes, yes, yes. So it sounds just like a continuation of the original movies. I mean, it was 10 years ago. I spent a week together in my cabin with a small digital camera, emerged with a found footage horror film that was so wildly strange and uncomfortable, we assumed nobody would see it. It's really good though. I've never rewatched the original Creep, and it's been several years since I've seen it, but it is genuinely so uncomfortable. And I've actually never seen the sequel. So the fact that the fact that the show is coming out soon, I really want to revisit the original movie and then also finally watch the sequel, which I've heard the sequel is also good. But yeah, I'm stoked, because it's a really good premise for a TV show. Like it's actually a franchise that I think would work very well, and like TV would be a good format for it. As opposed to getting more movies. It's kind of a rare example of me being like, yeah, okay. Cuz I'm kind of excited for the new Friday the 13th TV show. Really would have liked to see Jason on the big screen. Like that's kind of all I want. Like I don't really know who was asking for a TV show, and would have been stoked on the Brian Fuller version, but that's not happening anymore. So what are you gonna do? Anyway, I don't know if you guys will have too many thoughts on that one, but let me just catch up with you. Oh, I am excited for Night Bitch. Yeah, absolutely. A huge fan of Marielle Heller. This is probably the most 180 change in direction for a director I've seen. Well, that's exciting. Oh, that was his older brother. Oh, okay. Yeah, rest in peace, River Phoenix. I finally saw Stand By Me for the first time, and his performance, like, oh, such a tragic loss. Anyway, let's see, where are we? Creep is, yes, disturbing. Hell yeah, brother. Love Halloween 2018. Oh, greetings from North Carolina. I've been to Raleigh. Shout out to Shudder. Really enjoyed Creep. Haven't seen it in a while. Haven't seen the sequel. Yeah, I we should watch along together. Oh, you wanna watch the show together? That's not a bad idea at all. Although, usually when it's my first time watch of something, it's kinda tough doing a watch along because then I talk a lot, then I'm distracted, but for a TV show, I think that'd be okay. Maybe I just would, like, lower the expectation for my engagement with you guys so that I could actually, like, watch it. I don't know. Um, for Monkey, yeah, I'm stoked on I'm very excited for that. James Wan is producing it. Oh, you never seen Creep? I highly recommend. Or we could watch it together. Why not? Um, my favorite Star Wars, Return of the Jedi, which I don't know why that one gets shit on, but I freaking love Return of the Jedi. It's been my favorite ever since I was a little kid, followed pretty closely by Rogue One. And yeah. Yeah. Um, I don't know who came up with splitting up a single TV season. Yeah. It is the worst trend, and it's literally the only motivation for that is money. They find like extremely arbitrary cutoff points between episodes, and they're like, well, this is our mid-season finale. And it just sucks. It literally just sucks. That's all. It just sucks. It's a really, really cheap way to make sure that they get at least 2 months payment out of people instead of 1. It's just so transparent. It's the worst. Anyway, yeah, not too much to get into with the Creep tape. So let's talk about the new Heather Langenkamp. The new Heather Langenkamp horror movie. All right, let me pull this up. Because I forget. I read into this a little bit and then forgot. It's called Little Bites. Oh, the trailer's already out. If you guys are into trailers, you can go check that out. Monstrous flesh-eating tale of motherhood. And look at this. I feel like they shouldn't give away this kind of imagery in articles, but whatever. So, also, I'm not familiar with this director. I don't know if it's a duo, but they go by Spider One, back in the director's chair with Little Bites. Being produced by Cher and Chaz Bono. Bono? Sorry, I don't know. Oh, Barbara Crampton and Bonnie Aarons. Oh my god, I forgot. Yes. So Heather Langenkamp, Barbara Crampton, and Bonnie Aarons. Are you kidding me? Bonnie Aarons, if you forget, yeah. So she plays the nun in like The Conjuring 2 and The Nun and etc. She's fantastic. She's one of my favorite working creature actors. Then Barbara Crampton, you already know. So it follows Mindy, a young widow and mother who desperately tries to protect her daughter from the grips of a fiendish flesh-eating monster named Agyar. Mindy's been secretly sacrificing her own life by allowing the creature to slowly feast on her body. Oh my god. Wow. Okay. Very cool. To say the production was intense would be an understatement. Every day was filled with terror and tears? Wait, why? Oh my god. Makes its debut at Fantastic Fest, which kicks off in Austin. Oh wait, okay, when was this though? Oh, okay, so next week. It premieres next week. So you'll probably start seeing like some early reactions to this soon. And I'm pretty stoked on this, but I bet we won't be seeing it until next year. So yeah, I'm very, very hyped on this. But I guess that's not too much. Maybe let me run through one more thing and then I'll catch up with the chat. So I don't know if this is something that's like super worth sharing, but I just thought that it was kind of funny that this whole article was written about this because I don't know why it felt like the fans and stuff were the only people that could see this coming. And also, I don't know if I'm like delayed at all. Am I looking laggy? Am I looking all right? There's something wrong with my internet today, but whatever. The Crow, it's already coming home to video on demand this week. It released in theaters like 3 weeks ago, I think. And then I missed it. I meant to go see it so that I could do like a Patreon video. I watched it so you don't have to, whatever. I meant to go see it. And then by the time that I was back in Southern California after like 2 weeks, it was already gone. It already wasn't in my theater. They pulled it so fast. And so this article is like, after failing to make a splash at the box office, it's announced that it's already coming home later this week. And the budget on this movie was kind of insane. I don't think that they mention it here, but available to buy for $25 and rent for $20. $20! Nobody went to go see it. Why are they doing this? Why is it going to cost $20 to rent? That's crazy. Like, if people didn't want to go support this on the big screen, nobody went, like, okay, perspective. So last year we had Five Nights at Freddy's, and even though it released in the theaters and on Peacock on the same day, it became like the highest grossing horror movie for Blumhouse of all time, right? It was their highest performing movie ever, right? Is that still true? Someone can fact check me. It released on video on demand on the same day, and that still, so I just can't, like a ticket for a movie theater, even for the nicest theater, like at my cinema, the Dolby Cinema, I think a ticket for that would be like $18 if you're not an AMC A-lister. So cheaper to have a better experience, a theatrical experience. Who's going to pay $20 to watch that at home? I just don't know. I think that's crazy. I guess that's why I wanted to talk about it. It's not really news, but it's just, I don't know. And I also, oh my God, I met this girl that was like a huge horror fan. I was just up in Lake Tahoe and we did this little like sailing thing. And this girl, like, she was covered in like these gorgeous horror tattoos. And I was like, oh my God, like, I want to talk to her. And we got talking, and she's like a cosplayer, and she loves the original The Crow, and she just was like, yeah, there's like, you couldn't pay me to go see that movie, basically. She was like, no, I'm not seeing it. And she even had like she had a tattoo of Georgie's boat from the new It movies, and I was like, oh, Bill Skarsgård can't even get you out there? She was like, no, like, absolutely not. So if that's the sentiment, I just like, let people rent it for like, okay, even this still feels egregious, but like $6. You know, some movies that go straight to video on demand, they're about $6, and then after a couple years, maybe it goes down to being, you can rent it for like $3 or something. You know, that's usually what I see on like Amazon. Just like anyway, end of rant. I'm sorry. Little Bite sounds like a trademark candy. It does. It reminds me of I used to be a big Rick and Morty fan, and there's a little segment on international or interdimensional cable, and it's called Little Bits. There's a commercial for something called, and they go Little Bits. That's what it makes me think of. But anyway, what is that? I'm intrigued. I know, right? Oh, James and Chelsea from Dead Meat. Oh, no way. No way. That's sick. Love that for them. I also feel bad. Chelsea's been tweeting some kind of some vague stuff about not being treated very well. I don't know, like on the YouTube platform or where, or if it's happening on Twitter, but that poor girl experiences a lot of harassment just from, like, I don't know if they claim to be fans, but just I don't know. It seems like that girl goes through a lot. So be nice to her. Be nice to Chelsea. I don't know what the hell she ever did wrong, but no, I think because like when she first started being more active on their channel, people were like, "Oh, we want James, whatever, blah blah," and it's just shut up, shut up. Anyway, why has motherhood become such a big thing in horror lately? Because in the United States, federally, women's rights have been taken away in the last couple years. On a federal level, I'm a second-class citizen now, so that's why. Anyway, wait. Oh, I've never heard anything about that. Wes Craven didn't want to work with her again? Everybody loves Wes Craven. Like, his legacy is just that he was an angel floating upon this earth, so I kind of have to imagine it was something maybe she did on her end. I don't know. Oh, she's from Oklahoma? I never knew that. Oh, that's cool. And Ted White. I'm stoked for Nosferatu as well. It's still my most anticipated of the year. Actually, I don't know. The Substance and Nosferatu they're kind of, I don't know. We'll see. I'm not paying more than $12 for a ticket. Me either. I mean, for me, it's like $24 a month, and I can see 3 movies a week. It's amazing. I literally am that like walking meme, and people have made TikToks and stuff about it, that they're like, they don't need to even advertise AMC A-list because people that have it will talk about it nonstop. And I am that person 100% because it's so worth it. Like 3 movies a week for $24 a month. Are you kidding me? And that includes Dolby Cinema releases. It includes re-releases of like Scott and I are going to go back and see Nightmare Before Christmas in theaters again. Mean Girls is coming back to theaters. Anyway, I had no interest in watching exactly. I'll skip the Crow remake even if it pops up for free at some point. Oh yeah, the little muffins. Oh yeah, that's true. It sounds like a restaurant Hannibal Lecter would open. I don't know. I feel like if Hannibal Lecter were to open up a restaurant, it would be something a little bit more classy. I just get that impression because of the Mads Mikkelsen iteration where he's literally like a top chef and just is making the most insane looking gorgeous meals out of human flesh. It's like so yeah. He would be like a Michelin star type, you know. I feel like his restaurant would be called something delicate, the delicate time. This I don't know. Anyway, it has been. I feel like it kind of comes and goes. Like in the 60s and 70s, it also was really big. Pre like second wave feminism and stuff. Anyway, male fans can be exhausting. They really can. I remember like that was my introduction into the horror community because I made the mistake of the first major franchise that I spoke about being Friday the 13th. Some of the worst some of the worst fans, let me tell you. That's nice. I live in kind of an expensive place, so our theater is quite spenny. But that's why I do the monthly deal. So if you add that up, I can see up to 12 movies a month. So that comes out to like $2 a ticket if I took advantage of that every single week, you know. I don't believe in this. I don't believe that new movies can ruin the legacy of an original film. Like if that's how you view it, then how special was the original movie to you anyway, you know? Anyway, oh hey, I'll go back from Beetlejuice. I hope that you enjoyed. Hope that you enjoyed it. My review is still coming on Monday. So, you've seen Weird Dudes in the Dead Meat live chat saying boo for giving Five Nights at Freddy's an award. Oh. Yeah, I mean, I feel like it's also tough when your channel gets that big. Even for me, there's a lot that kind of slips through the cracks and it's like it's tough to like go through all the stuff that YouTube like automatically flags and like so I can only imagine on a channel that size, but I do know that they have like a team now, so hopefully they'll put somebody on that in terms of like moderating, but they must have like a ton of moderators, right? Anyway. Oh, that's so nice. You could just walk over. I wish. But then that would inspire me to be really high at my theater all the time, and nobody needs that. Oh, it would be called Demure. I didn't want to say it. I was trying to think of something more clever, but yeah. Demure would be a great name for Hannibal Lecter's restaurant, I think. Yeah, he'd be like the Gordon Ramsay of horror icons, absolutely. But but he's way too polite. He's not like temperamentally, he's not like Gordon Ramsay really. But yeah. Yeah, right? I mean, right? Fans in general can be awful, especially boys. It makes me embarrassed and ashamed. Yeah, I mean, I it's also I feel like relevant to the whole Chapel Roan thing where like the people she's addressing are not really fans. Like if you're the type of fan that is in the fandom to like harass people or to just be annoying, like I don't think that's a real fan of something. I just don't. Oh, the news surrounding I Know You Did Last Summer, it saddens me. I guess we can talk about this briefly. I'm not going to pull up an article because I don't have anything prepped for it, but basically Camila Mendez, who we know and love in Do Revenge, and I also love her. She plays one of my favorite characters in Riverdale. Camila Mendez has stepped away from the new I Know You Did Last Summer reboot. And now, oh wait, but you know what? I do need to pull up something because they changed the name. Also, sorry, I know that my desk is so shaky. I don't know how to fix that, but every time I like touch my desk, the camera just gets shaky. Oh, they're calling it I Never Wait. Hold on. This seems wrong. Let me share this and I'll show you what I'm talking about. because this is kind of a weird name. I never forget what you did last summer. Shouldn't it be I never forgot? Like past tense? I never forgot what you did last summer. I mean, okay. Oh my god. Wait, look. Is this wait a minute. They're listed, they're top billed in the cast. You guys, is that official now? I haven't seen anything about that. I feel like that would be super huge news if Freddie Prinze Jr. and Jennifer Love Hewitt were coming back. Oh my god. But it makes me so sad that Camila Mendes is not going to be in it anymore. I feel like I'm always going to dream about what could have been with her in an I Know You Did Last Summer movie. But I don't love that. I mean, I like the name, but I think it should be I never forgot what you did last summer, not I never forget. Why is it present tense? I just don't really get that. Curious what you guys think. Thanks for bringing that up because I had totally forgotten. I guess maybe I didn't want to include it because it bummed me out. I was like, damn, we're losing Camilla? Anyway. Yes, I have heard about that. I don't know how I feel. I don't know about that. Oh, Spider-Man is Rob Zombie's brother? Oh, okay. No way. Never would have guessed that. I mean, yeah, I've been doing this for a long time and I still don't really understand it. Cause like, you really got nothing better to do? Like, you know what I mean? Anyway, I do. I really do. It's been a long time coming. I think we deserve it, but whatever. It makes you believe that gatekeeping things we love can sometimes be good, like fighting fire with fire. Because a lot of times, like I remember when I was only 20 years old. I just was a girl that was like really excited about getting into the horror genre, and then it was all these men telling me that like this little girl doesn't know what the fuck she's talking about. Like this little idiot, this little dumbass. Like your opinions are so fucking stupid. But like we should gatekeep that type. Okay, let's give a little Uno reverse on that one. Anyway, oh well, she shouldn't have said it like that. It's literally. Let's not get started on tone policing, okay? Because people that tone police women's reactions to she was sexually assaulted, okay? Let's not lose sight of that. Let's not people that tone police that, you're damned if you do, damned if you don't. Those people they just hate you, okay? It doesn't matter how you react. They just hate you. All right? So don't pay that any mind. Just don't pay it any mind. Oh, good. I need to give that one a rewatch. I love that movie. Oh, she left it to be in the new He-Man movie where she's going to play one of the badass women characters of the show, but what is He-Man? I don't know what that is. Why'd she prioritize that over a horror movie? Anyway. Yeah, we might have to plan ahead on that one. I would definitely recommend looking into tickets like right when they go on sale because I feel like even though Terrifier is a lot bigger right now, it definitely still caters to a niche of us freaks because of how brutal they are. So I would definitely recommend looking into getting your tickets as soon as you can. Oh, I know. Sad. I never forget. Makes no sense. Yeah. I mean, yeah, no, I love the original is my favorite as well, but I forgot what I did yesterday. Why isn't it forgot? Maybe it's just a typo on IMDb because like IMDb pages, I'm learning right now because I'm kind of involved in some early stages of some new productions, and the IMDb page will change a lot as that goes, as like people come and go from the project and stuff. So like I just got added to one, for example, and yeah, they just change a lot. So what I'm hoping for is that it just was a typo, you know, but I don't know. It seems like on a project that big that's attached to such big IP, they probably would be paying pretty close attention to that. I don't know. So I know I love Helen too. Maybe she'll make some kind of cameo. Maybe she could. Or I'll never forget would be, yeah, right? Yeah, that also would be better. I didn't even think of that. There are 3 that I'm aware of, and then also the TV show that Amazon Prime did, which was a total reboot that I don't know if it was even I don't know if it really even canonically was connected to the original films. I'm not sure. But anyway, wait, what? You have 4 college roommates and not one of them likes horror, and they think I'm weird for it. You know what? This is such a this is such a tangent, but, like, that's relevant because also something kinda similar happened to me recently. Scott has 3 siblings, so really big family. They all live in the area, and so on Sundays, like, his parents always host barbecues, and then, like, everyone comes, and there's always different friends of the siblings, and I'm always meeting new people. And the last time, just was sitting in a group at the table, and Scott and I had been watching Halloween the other night. So his brother's girlfriend was like, "What were you guys watching?" We're like, "Oh, Halloween." And then they got talking about horror, and it's always interesting to hear people that don't watch horror movies talk about horror movies. They'll be like, this one guy was saying like, "Oh yeah, the only Conjuring movie I've seen was The Conjuring 2, and like that was so crazy, that was so intense. I'm never watching that again. Like I can't watch those movies. Like I'm not." And then the conversation makes its way back over to my end of the table, and they're asking me like, "Oh, like have you guys seen them?" And I'm like, "Yeah." And then it becomes very apparent that like I know a little bit way too much about horror movies, and they start getting weirded out, and then I'm like, no, like I talk about horror movies as my job. And they're like, "Oh, I was wondering like why you were so into it, whatever, blah, blah." And it's just like, why is that the default? Why is it the default that people are allowed to be so judgmental of people that like horror movies, Why was it so like, "Oh, that makes sense why you know so much." It's like, okay, yeah, but also maybe I just really, really like it. Anyway, um, it's wrong. I'll never forget. Yeah. Okay, yeah. I don't know why I didn't think of that, but exactly. Okay. You guys are with me on that. He-Man and Masters of the Universe is an old fantasy show. Oh, I would prefer she do horror. She did. I mean, like, I just got to season 6 of Riverdale, and they did kind of swing pretty much full horror in that season of the show. So, she has done some horror, I guess, but I Never Forgot What You Did Last Summer sounds more sinister. I agree. I feel like that sounds, but that's my preference to I'll Never Forget. I Never Forgot is like, I don't know. Sounds more ominous. I agree. A movie that you should watch as a recommendation. I can't do that. That's too broad. What are you in the mood for? Let's narrow it down. Yeah, Absentia, I don't think it's great, but for his feature debut, I think it's fantastic. Also, Doug Jones is in it, which is really cool. So, I didn't realize He-Man was such an old franchise. No, that's on my list for next week. I think I'm gonna watch it next week. Yeah, as someone who's neurodivergent too, I hate people who tone police reactions. That too. That too. It's really annoying. You know what? Oh, because you guys know how much I talk with my hands, like how I'm very like energetic. I move a lot. I had a teacher when I did this like college connections program where I was doing like my senior year of high school, but I was on a college campus and like also doing my first year of college credits at the same time. And the teacher for that, it was a weird, like, it was a really good program because also rather than just doing a lot of like high school curriculum, we were also prepping for very real world things. So we did this whole unit on like public speaking basically. And her whole thing was like, don't use a lot of hand movements. They have to be very intentional, and you need to stand still so that you're not distracting your audience when you're speaking and whatever. And I'm like, oh, I can't. Like, why are you teaching me to like ignore all of my instincts and like how I express myself to people? Obviously it works. There are almost 40,000 of you that enjoy how I speak. So, you know what? Never got along with that teacher, by the way. Okay. Where were we? Too many tangents. Who lets me go on all these tangents? Jesus. Ugh. Okay. Getting caught up on the chat here. Okay, I think we've totally gotten off topic here. Let me move on to the next horror news article that I have for us. Oh, Camp Crystal Lake. Okay, this is exciting to me. I wanna look into this because this is something that absolutely would be on my bucket list to, like, actually go to, um, the real lake, you know? Use this they and, Bloody Disgusting, I guess, has a discount code for September tours at the real Camp Crystal Lake in New Jersey, which I've oh, no, I have been in New Jersey, but I was, like, 13, I don't really remember it, and that was more of a New York trip anyway. But yeah, at Nobobosco, an active Boy Scouts camp in Hardwick, New Jersey. I didn't realize it was still so active. Campgrounds are off limits to the public. You can't actually visit the filming locations outside of the rare events that the camp offers. That's where the tours come into play. So if you're on the East Coast, like maybe this is a good thing for your bucket list. It'd be a lot easier for you guys. But yeah, so Bloody 15 for 15% off any remaining September tickets. I wonder if this is sold out by now, though. I might be a little bit late to this. Premium overnight experience includes a full tour, dinner, movie screening, campfire, overnight stay in a movie cabin, breakfast, canoeing on the lake, newly forged friendships. Yeah, I bet. Oh, I would love to go. Because you just know that like the biggest horror heads ever go to this kind of stuff. Like, oh, I would love to make some friends there. Memories to last a lifetime and much more. Yeah, so let's see. Oh, just missed this last one. And on Friday the 13th, yeah, there's something going on today. Oh, and there are still tickets left. Well, if any of you guys are from New Jersey, then maybe hop on one of the evening tours. 159, that's actually not as bad as I thought. The overnight experience, I wonder how much that is. I feel like it would make me sad, though. Um, okay. Oh, on a Friday. Oh, this one's discounted. And then also they oh, that one's sold out. So yeah, I would jump on this if this is something you guys are able to go to. And then also you get 15% off all these prices as well. So I don't know. To me, I think that's worth it. If that's like one of the big because I try to do maybe like two, maybe three big events during the spooky season. The past couple years, I've really only done like Halloween horror nights. And well, last year we did go to Disneyland, but we have friends that get us into the park for free. So we were able to do it. But yeah, this would be like, you know, one of the big things I would do during the spooky season for sure. And there's some pictures of the cabins. They are kind of revamped, which is good, but you know, they don't look too much like the movie there. But the lake hasn't changed very much. This is sick. This is oh, on the inside it looks very much like how it did in the movie. This looks like just like oh, who's the girl that sets up the archery range in the original movie? This looks exactly like her bunk. I wonder if it is. Oh, and this looks just like the final shot of the movie. Oh, this is cool. This is so cool. I wish I could do that this year. I wish. I yearn for the experience. Ugh. Anyway. Oh, where was I? I lost my spot on the chat now. You've lost friends over your love of horror? What? Why? I can't say that's ever happened to me. I know, even if it wasn't my job, they shouldn't be weirded out by your interest. I know, but like, why is that? It's socially acceptable to be weirded out by people's interest in horror. It just is. And it's like, anyway, can't imagine talking about a thing for a living and not liking it, right? But there are a lot of people that do that. Like on YouTube, they just find their niche in the algorithm, even if it's opposed to like their actual interests. It's weird. Oh, Loomis, that's a great name for a cat. That's very cute. Let's see. What you have a friend that jokes about sending you to a therapist because you watch horror? Hallmark Grizzly? No, honestly, because like I feel like it takes a special type of insanity to be able to watch the exact same movie over and over and over, and not even in different fonts. Like all Hallmark movies look exactly the same. They feature the exact same characters, the exact same plot lines. It's just, you know, whereas horror is such a broader range. It's anyway. Um yeah, yeah, it's an epidemic currently, I would say. No, I'd be pissed too. And I love the fact that also like she clapped back at that horrible photographer. Why was it ever acceptable for photographers to speak that way to celebrities on the carpet? Why? Why? How are photographers like that allowed? Why are they not kicked out and then blacklisted from such events? I don't understand. What? Anyway, um, feel more comfortable with other neurodivergent people. I get that entirely. I get that entirely. Don't worry. Don't worry. Um, it's also why like just the real world and like public can be so exhausting, you know? Because if you've seen me on like live streams and stuff, I engage a lot in like echolalia and just just weird little quirks that you gotta like suppress in public, and it's tiring. It's really tiring. Um, is there no thanks? Why is there some crazy person? Oh, what if there's a crazy person wanting to copycat Jason while I'm there? That might be a good horror movie premise, honestly. Going to the real Camp Crystal Lake, making it very Wes Craven's New Nightmare vibes. Wait, $300 price tag on the new 50th anniversary set? Ooh, what? Whoa, 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 whoa. I haven't seen that. I'll just take your word for it. But you guys remember a couple of years ago, Scream Factory released that amazing set. It's like a 13-disc set of the entire Friday the 13th franchise, and that one was like 120. That's for more movies and more higher quality movies at that. I mean, the Texas Chainsaw Massacre franchise is terrible. $300? That's crazy. That's crazy. Yeah, I would love it too. They'd make bank if they did an adult camping program. Yeah, I've seen there are new camps like that popping up. Like I saw it was an all women's summer camp, and it goes for like 3 days, and there's like hikes. There's like, early morning like ice dips in the lake, there's beach volleyball, there's painting. Like it's just like going to a camp when you were a kid, but for adults. And so they have like painting with mimosas and stuff. And I'm like, I want to go to that. Make some really good friends. Hey. Your mom thought you were a dangerous person because you watch horror and she's a true crime addict. Maybe that's why she thinks so, because people that are into true crime can tend to be a little paranoid, I can see why she might think that. No, I agree. I tried to explain this to the people that I was with. I was like, because they were like, "Oh, I can't watch horror. Like, no, it's too, I can't handle it. Whatever, anything supernatural, like, no." And I'm like, "Well, no, but that's why I watch horror. It's very therapeutic to be able to go through the motions and like experience your worst fears from the comfort of your bed or your couch. It's that is comforting to me." Anyway. Cried the other night at my girlfriend's house. I feel like I didn't fit in with her siblings. Oh no. That's happened to me before. Oh my god. It's so embarrassing, but I don't know if the people I was with noticed, but I think I was like 20 at the time, back when my social anxiety was like really, really bad. But I literally just went to like this little kickback with my partner at the time. And I was with him and then a bunch of his friends, like the people that he wasn't even really that close with. It kind of was like acquaintances. We were back in his hometown and just didn't know them very well. And literally nothing happened. Nothing at all happened. I just was sitting on the couch with my partner and I started crying because like I just couldn't handle being there. And I was like, we have to go. We have to go. So yeah, I've been in that exact position before, and it's really embarrassing because nobody did anything wrong. Nobody was rude to me. I just like couldn't handle being there. So it happens. It happens. Oh, if you ever go to Bastrop, am I saying that right? You can visit the gas station from it's still there. Ooh, what? I didn't know that. That is on my bucket list also, to like go to the restaurant that they converted the old TCM house into a restaurant now. And yeah, that's on the bucket list as well. Everyone's speaking during Speak No Evil. Listen, there was an older couple in my row and they were talking almost the whole time. And because the woman would say something, she would like whisper, and then her husband would be like, "Huh?" You'd be like, "What?" Because she's whispering because she's trying to like be polite and whatever. And I couldn't help it, you guys. Don't do this, because this wasn't polite of me, but they were being so rude the entire time. I was walking out and like passing them and they were still in their chairs. And I just like death glared them. I made eye contact with both of them because like obviously I was making really intense eye contact with them and they felt that. And so they looked up at me and both of them kind of like tilted their heads like they were expecting me to say something. And I didn't. I just glared at them. I was mad. I just was mad. So I think that they felt that. I don't know if they knew why I was glaring at them so bad, but yeah, not my proudest moment, not my most patient, not my most demure, not my most cutesy moment. Okay. Anyway, does that set come with gold trimmings, right? I kind of want to look this up now because like there's just no way. New TCM 50th anniversary set. I don't know what to look up. 50th anniversary 4K. Oh, is it just the original movie? Hold on. Oh, this is so much worse than I thought. Hold on. Is it only the original movie? Excuse me? Excuse me? Or $27 a month for what? Like a year and a half? This is horrifying. The 4K edition of the feature film, Blu-ray edition, Blu-ray bonus disc, and exclusive VHS release. Okay, all are housed in a replica of the iconic chainsaw from the film, which comes in a special 50th anniversary numbered box. I thought this was already bad when I thought that it was a box set of the entire franchise. Is it crack? Is it crack? Oh no. Oh no. Anti-endorsement from Haunted Hippie. Boo. Are you kidding? Are you kidding? That's crazy. That is crazy. No, it doesn't come with gold trimmings. Oh my god. You get so anxious about buying franchise box sets because there's always a new one. Yeah, I feel pretty good though about the box set that I have because I am so blessed to have subscribers that send me that kind of stuff. Somebody sent it to me brand new. And also because it's been 15 years. It's been over 15 years since the last Friday the 13th movie. So I feel like that is, an era on its own, like the first 30 years of Friday the 13th movies, So that's why I feel good about that being a box set because that is a chunk of its history, and then there's been a huge gap. So, but I totally get what you're saying. Like, I'm not going to buy a Scream box set, or like a Child's Play box set. Might sound morbid, but until Brad Dourif has passed along, honestly, like I'm not going to be comfortable buying a Child's Play box set. So I get what you mean. It just depends. Let's see the. Your kids have their interest, but not much for horror movies. Reasons I follow. Appreciate it. 8 Friday the 13th movies for $13. Oh, that's a pretty cool promotion. That's really cool. I'm glad to hear that it's come into a lot of your theaters. Oh, hello. Welcome. Oh no. I'm gonna get hiccups. Yeah, I always go alone. I feel like the misconception is that going to the movies is a group activity. It's not. Like, people are like, oh, it's a group activity, and then maybe sometimes I'll go by myself. No, I always go by myself. It's a solo activity unless sometimes I want to go with somebody else, like 100%. Because yeah, I mean, you don't talk during a movie unless you're in the comfort of your own home, When you see Longlegs theater was empty? What? That's crazy. Yeah, and I don't think I could even conjure it up right now. Like I can only do it if I'm like actually really mad. So I couldn't even show you, like I couldn't even give it to you right now. Yeah, my Letterboxd review with the old boomers. Yeah. Reminded me of Mermaid Man saying evil. Yeah. But don't be a dirty bubble. I like the SpongeBob lingo. Thanks. Appreciate it. Negotiating what level of talking is okay? No, absolutely not. I don't understand what this I do because theaters are in full swing again after COVID, and it's like, the movie theater is not your living room. I can't believe I have to say this, but don't bring your baby to see Insidious the Red Door. That's what happened to me in my screening of Insidious the Red Door. Somebody brought a fucking baby, and we're using like loud toys with it. It was crying like the entire time. Why are you here with a baby? What are you doing? Oh my God, people are crazy. And you know what? Because of the nature of my job, because I prefer to go when the theater is more quiet, when there's not that many people there. I go in the middle of the day because this is my job. I work from home. I can do that. Unfortunately, that is also the time when old people go to the theaters, like retired people. And why are they always the ones that are fucking talking in the theater? You grew up going to the theater. Don't you know the etiquette? I don't, whatever. You still want it? 300. No. Mm-mm. Oh, you had bad etiquette in Insidious too? Oh my God. With their flashlight on their phone? What? I don't even, and I live near LA where, culturally movies have the most respect that you'll find almost in the entire world. And yet it's still happening here, drunk frat boys threw a baby seat at my head. What? What? Oh my God. Yeah, $50, that I think that that's acceptable. That's about the limit I'd be willing to pay for, a special edition 4K or something. That's the absolute ceiling for me. Okay. I think that I spent maybe like $35 on the 50th edition 4K of The Wicker Man because it also came with so many special features and like all this kind of stuff. 35 felt like the right price. I was like, that's even really like I don't usually buy new stuff for myself because that's just a lot. That's just a lot. Oh, thank you. I just watched the Suspiria remake. Parts that I liked about it, but the pace was so off for me. I had to watch this movie in 3 separate chunks. Thoughts? No, honestly, same. I thought that I was gonna love that movie. I talked about it in my original versus remake deep dive of it. That even though I'd set up like the perfect viewing conditions for myself, because I knew it was 3 hours long, I was like, I gotta really lock in. I had taken an edible. I was watching it on a great TV. I was like by myself, no distractions, whatever, and just was bored. Just was bored. Okay. Oh, hey, Mike. What's up? Good to have you. Which HMV? I don't know. It was the one that's near the Stranger Things theater. I don't know the different neighborhoods of London that well. Only been there a couple of times. So anyway, we've gotten really gotten off topic again. I can't help it. That's just what happens. Let's see. Okay, the last thing we talked about was Camp Crystal Lake. Oh, let's do Mike Flanagan. Let's do this update because that also was in the thumbnail, and I still haven't talked about it. Okay, so let's see what the updates are on the new Exorcist that we're getting in 2026. I almost said next year, but 2026 aims to make The Exorcist his scariest movie yet, baby. David Gordon Green's planned Exorcist trilogy, which began with the poorly received Believer, is no more, with Blumhouse pivoting down a bold new path instead. Releasing March 13th, 2026, which I've said in the past, this is the only time I find it acceptable that they are announcing a movie that is, they announced it a couple months ago. And I was like, really? You're announcing this is coming out in 2 years? But you know what? That's okay. For Mike Flanagan and The Exorcist, that's okay. Plot details are still under wraps. Ah, boo. But it's definitely not a sequel to Believer. Okay, interesting. So in the past, he really course corrected with the Ouija movies for Blumhouse because the first one came out and it was terrible. I think it has like a 15% Rotten Tomatoes. And then he made Ouija Origin of Evil, which was a prequel to the first one, right? I don't really remember. But yeah, so this one is not going to be connected. I thought maybe it would be like he would swoop in and like course correct for them, but it's not going to be connected. Okay. A radical new take for the franchise, which I'm really curious what that means. We aren't making this easy on ourselves, but I've always felt that there's no point in going into a franchise or into a property that's monolithic unless there's something new you can bring. I chased The Exorcist very aggressively because I was convinced I had something I could add. This is an opportunity to do something that I believe has never been done with the franchise, something that honors what came before it, but isn't built on nostalgia. I really just saw an opportunity to make the scariest movie ever made. I know expectations are high. No one's more intimidated than I am. Oh my God. Previously, he said The Exorcist is one of the reasons I became a filmmaker. It's an honor to have the chance to try something fresh, bold, and terrifying within its universe. Reuniting with my friends at Blumhouse, with whom I've made some of my favorite pieces of work, only makes this more exciting. Oh my God. And Trevor Macy is his longtime collaborator. He was producing his movies as early as like Oculus. I forget if he was also on Absentia, but he's been there from day one, like their dynamic duo. So love that. Yeah, wrote and directed, blah, blah, blah. Yeah, so that's it. I think that's super, super cool. I'm really, really stoked for his take on The Exorcist. I have a feeling that Mike Flanagan's The Exorcist is going to end up being my favorite of the franchise. I just think there's no way that that won't be the case. Because I've never been like the biggest fan of the original, which is a little bit of an understatement. I used to not like the movie at all. Now I like it. Now I'm a fan, but you know. Anyway, uh, let's see where are we at. My throat is already starting to hurt. That's not good news because I got to do karaoke tonight. God. That is cute. It's cute if they were not talking, you know? Hate going to movies with friends who like to talk during movies. Ugh, I feel like an accomplice because you kind of are, you know? You're with that group and then it's like embarrassing. We appreciate that, but John, we know that you're a real movie fan. You know, we know that you'd stay quiet. Five Nights at Freddy's, people were yelling the whole time. That's exactly why I didn't go to the theaters to see Five Nights at Freddy's. I am never the person to be like, I'm gonna catch this one at home. With Five Nights at Freddy's, oh yes, I was, because I was like, I just don't really identify with the fans of that franchise, those video games. So I'm not trying to deal with them at the theater. So, yeah, I've never heard of anything like that in a theater. That's nutso. That is nutso. That's so sad. I'm sorry to hear that, Paul. Terrifier 3 tickets they're already available. Sorry, I got distracted by that. But and a Terrifier 2 and 3 double feature. I don't know if I can handle over 3 hours of it's like almost 4 hours of Terrifier in that case. I don't know if I that's kind of a lot. That's kind of a lot. But if you're a huge Terrifier head, I'm sure there's a couple of you here, then that's definitely worth looking into for sure. Maybe they would give you like a little intermission or something. And then you could kind of meander around, get yourself a drink with the other patrons, and then maybe you make some friends. Maybe you make some other Terrifier friends. So another reboot makes sense. Absolutely. Haven't we milked the Exorcist franchise enough? William Friedkin is no longer with us. They're still milking it. He's totally rolling in his grave right now if he wasn't before. Oh, he absolutely was. Remember, I don't know if you remember it was a review. I did post a review of The Exorcist Believer, but I more so was like unpacking the reception of the film because it was a mess. It was a hot mess. If you don't remember, then go back and watch that video because I talked about it's not an official quote because it was like some critic that claims that Friedkin said this. So I do have to qualify with that. But Friedkin basically was saying like, now they're letting the guy that directed Pineapple Express direct a new Exorcist movie. So I don't want to be around when that comes out. And he wasn't, rest in peace. But yeah, so, but I think I would like to believe in my heart that William Friedkin really respected Mike Flanagan if he was aware of him. I think he would. And I don't know. I didn't know the guy. I didn't know Friedkin like that, but I just would like to believe that he would trust Mike Flanagan because I do. I really do. Mike Flanagan is like one of the most earnest filmmakers working today, you know? So emotional and so honest. You're nervous for it. Wanted to watch it because I love Mike, but I don't know if I'm The Exorcist. Oh yeah, I don't like Exorcist type horror at all, but I love Mike Flanagan. So I don't know what kind of take he would do for the film. I mean, he's saying it's something that's never been done in the franchise before, but I just intuitively would imagine that it would contain a lot of Mike Flanaganisms. So, you know, just themes of a lot of like really intense family drama, probably. Like I would imagine that his story is going to take place, the exorcism stuff is going to take place under a layer of like a lot of family drama. That's just my assumption. Because that's his specialty. I haven't seen a lot of stuff that doesn't involve family drama with Mike Flanagan. So, which I'd be cool with that, but that is something we have seen from the franchise before, so I could be wrong about that. I don't know. Maybe it'll involve a couple. I don't know. I don't know. The best since Wes. I actually completely agree with that. And it's a prequel. Luigi prequel. The original is really, really bad. I don't really remember it because I haven't seen it since around the time that it came out, and I was a teenager, so I had no type of like palette developed really at that point. Well, okay. I grew up on a lot of classics, so maybe I did a little bit, but even back then, before I really had developed it, I thought that it was shit. So, um, yes, I have seen Rosemary's Baby, but it's been a long time. That is not one that you can just like easily throw on, you know? Um, Girls screamed in my theater at the locker scene in Five Nights at Freddy. Girl. Yeah, because it was probably a lot of like preteens and stuff, right? That's kind of like the crowd of Five Nights at Freddy's. But do I have any go-to karaoke songs? Absolutely. Gimme, Gimme, Gimme by ABBA. 100% that one. WAP by Cardi B and Meg Thee Stallion. Those are my main go-tos. I also really like Feeling Good by Michael Bublé when I'm in the mood to just like belt. Trying to think. I think tonight I want to try out Are You Gonna Be My Girl by Jet. Yeah. Those are but yeah, ABBA is a go-to for sure. Anyway, half of Terrifier 2 was the characters sitting around the kitchen table. Yeah, I enjoy the original Terrifier more than the sequel just because it's more condensed, it's tighter. I feel like that is the structure that serves Terrifier the best. I was feeling the pacing a lot with the second movie, for sure. For sure. You don't think we milked The Exorcist enough? Every movie after the original, except for the third one, was shit. We still don't have the sequels that match the original and the third. Yeah, agree. And I'm not even that big on the third movie. I think it's a marvel because of Brad Dourif, but that's kind of where my praise begins and ends with the third one. I'm sorry. Should I watch Mike Flanagan's films to lead up to his Exorcist film? Yeah, no, I'm a big believer in doing that. I mean, I made you guys, for those of you that joined, I made us watch some of Fede Alvarez's movies before Alien Romulus was released, and just being able to like spot parallels in his work and stuff and see how he's developed. I think it really makes me appreciate the new theatrical releases a lot more when I like do some catching up beforehand. So yeah, I would definitely recommend. Oh, I watched Friday 2 last night too. Kind of feel like watching it for the first time. Yeah, no, that's the exact reason why I want to get one of those VHS TVs, one of those mini little TVs, because it makes the experience completely different. I feel like that is the medium that you're meant to watch 80s slashers in, because like that was the first time that I had watched the original Nightmare on Elm Street and actually felt kind of like a little uneasy, like a little bit spooked by it. So yeah, I agree with that. I think I'm like a killer Exorcist entry, just with more original horror. Oh, just wish more original horror was getting greenlit. Yeah, absolutely. WAP, yeah. It's a really good karaoke song. I highly recommend. I really do. Oh yeah, Apartment 7A. Yeah, why don't we talk about some of the stuff that's being released right now? Because there's a lot coming to streaming. Oh gosh, where did it go? Where did it go? Oh my god, did I delete it? I had a. Oh no, here it is. Found the article I wanted to pull up because it just lists a bunch of stuff. This article is from a couple weeks ago, so some of this stuff has already come out, but some of it I don't think so. So let's see. Okay, 9 new horror movies. Oh goodness, what is this? Hellhole? It's from Hellhole. Haven't seen that one yet. Okay. Longlegs, yes. I told you this article was a little old. Strange Darling, yes. Blink Twice. I haven't seen this one. Have you guys seen this one? I really want to try to catch it in theaters, but there's just a lot of horror being released right now, and I can only see 3 movies a week, so I'm hoping to catch this one in theaters for sure. Because look at this cat. Kyle MacLachlan is there. Haley Joel Osment, Christian Slater, Gina Davis. Like, I really want to see it. And then Place of Bones. Okay, unleashes fury in the Wild West in the horror western. Oh, wait, it's going to be in select theaters? It's not in mine? On a remote ranch, a mother and her daughter fight for survival when a wounded outlaw seeking refuge brings a notorious bank robber and his ruthless gang, all desperate to reclaim a stolen fortune, right to their doorstep in this action-packed horror western. That sounds kind of fun. Tom Hopper did Welcome to Raccoon City. Okay, interesting. So there's that one I haven't heard of. Latest feature from the Addams Family. Oh, right. The people that did Hellbender. Oh, they're the ones that did Hellhole. That was really cool imagery. Oh, if you guys haven't seen Hellbender, I loved that movie. It's a witchcraft movie, but it's very like low budget, very indie, great vibes. Hellhole, an American-led fracking crew working deep in the Serbian wilderness found themselves at odds with government-assigned environmental advisors. When they get approved to drill, the workers uncovered the unimaginable, a dormant parasitic monster entombed deep in the frozen rock. That sounds so fucking good. Are you kidding me? That's coming to Shudder. Today. Oh, so it's already out on Shudder. Oh my god, I totally missed that. I gotta put that on my to be watched list on my I have a little list of things I want to get to in the month. Hellhole. I absolutely need to watch that this month. That is non-negotiable for me. Okay, so there's Hellhole. And then what's next? We got The Asylum. The Asylum is releasing their knockoff of Alien Romulus, Alien Rubicon. Okay. An alien spacecraft lands in the ocean just off the coast of New York and effortlessly destroys everything in the area without moving. Military investigates as the spacecraft heads inland, destroying everything around it with ease. Okay, yada yada. So we know that this is probably going to be like, if you know anything about The Asylum, they do heavy, like really shitty CGI. And for some people, that's totally their cup of tea. So maybe that excites some of you here. We also, The Crow. Oh, The Crow. There it is. Oh, interesting. Okay, Hostile Dimensions. Haven't heard of this one, from Dark Sky Films. Twisted Film. Previous film, I haven't seen Death of a Vlogger either. Okay. Tells of two documentary filmmakers who decide to investigate the disappearance of a graffiti artist who seemingly vanished. As they delve deeper into their research, they encounter an ominous freestanding door which leads them on a dark journey through the dimensions behind it. Determined to uncover the truth, the pair soon realize they have stumbled across something far more terrifying than they could have ever imagined. Okay, that's very vague, but I kind of like that. Don't give too much away, for sure. The Becomers, which, wait, there it is. Oh, okay, video on demand on September 24th. Okay. Dropped to Earth and escaping their dying planet, the two extraterrestrials seek each other out, jumping from body to body on our planet while becoming increasingly drawn to the madness of modern-day America. That sounds so good. What? That sounds so strange. Echoes of like Invasion of the Body Snatchers, echoes of The Thing. That sounds really cool. Wait, where? Video on demand. Okay, it doesn't specify, so I'm assuming it's probably going to be on like Amazon, Apple, YouTube, the kind of typical video on demand sites. And that's it. But yeah, okay, some interesting stuff that I was not aware of yet, so got that to look forward to or to catch up on. For me, I'm definitely going to be prioritizing Hellhole. Don't know about you guys. Let's see. Where was I here? Oh, here we go. You play with your cover band? Oh, hell yeah. God, I love ABBA. Love ABBA so much. Oh, New York. That's a great one. I feel like you gotta have a good voice for that one though. I don't know if I can pull that off. Love Are You Gonna Be My Girl? It was like my favorite song as a child when I was like 6 years old, I want to say, around then. Elvis has got some good stuff. Yeah, for sure. I got a deeper voice. That's more my register as well. There's some drama within the Five Nights at Freddy's fandom. We hate the younger fans. Oh my goodness. Wow. Well, maybe they'll grow up. They'll have some character development, I'm sure. Hype about Blink Twice. Yeah, directed by Zoe Kravitz. It's her directorial debut, which is super cool. So you're pleasantly surprised. Filmmaking makes you claustrophobic. Interesting. Yeah, I've heard it's a really a nice little thriller. So, yeah, these are all great favorites to have. I would also include Alien Romulus in that, and also Speak No Evil and The First Omen. I think. Yeah, Hellbender was dope. Exactly. Yeah, Never Let Go. I don't think it's going to be good, but I do have my ticket for it because I had to, unfortunately, prioritize that over Blink Twice because it's a little bit more traditional horror genre. But excuse me. Oh, we can also talk about Salem's Lot. I mean, there's not that much to talk about. I didn't even like pull up an article, I don't think. But that, let me just double check because I don't want to. Salem's Lot. It's coming to HBO for free, I think, and then hold on. Why can't I find Yeah, streaming on Max in 2024. Where is the release date? Oh, on October 3rd on Max, and then I think you'll be able to rent it elsewhere. So finally, that's been in limbo for like 3 years, and even Stephen Qu- Stephen Queen, even Stephen King has been tweeting about it for like the last year that the new Salem's Lot, it's a good one. Like it's an adaptation that he approves of, that he likes, and for some reason, not getting a theatrical release, was in limbo for the longest time, but now it's finally coming to Max in less than a month. So there's a little update on that. Uh, oh, I'm excited for it, but I haven't watched the trailer because I'm excited for it. So I want to go in blind. Um, yeah, and the music is really good in Hellbender, slow burn, vibe heavy. Recommend it to anyone that loves horror and metal and witch movies as well. Holy Asylum, never change, honestly. Uh, yeah, but Asylum is fun. I can't say I'm not a fan. I really can't. Modern version of Roger Corman, completely that. They're keeping the B movie industry afloat in like that in that arena, the Roger Corman type arena. They're keeping that alive. So, uh I haven't really seen any updates on the new Fear Street in a while, so I don't have anything on that, but yeah, I'm still stoked for it, for sure. Um oh, hey, welcome. Glad to have you here. I'm sorry, I haven't really eaten that much, and I had so much caffeine because just wanted to have a lot of energy for tonight. I was like, I need as much energy as possible for karaoke and partying and everything and whatever, because I'm an old girl. I don't really get out that much. But now it is affecting my speech, and I'm a little too wired now. Sorry. Should we throw me a party? Should we invite Bella Hadid? Anyway, oh yeah, and A Violent Nature that also just hit Shudder. There's a lot of stuff coming to streaming right now. It's getting to a point. It's that time of year where it's getting a little bit overwhelming trying to keep up with, and I'm gonna have a lot to catch up on in like November, December before I do my end of year rankings and stuff. But I am pretty stoked. There's really nothing I love more than looking at my next three bookings on AMC, and it's just all horror movies. Love it. 'Tis the season. Love Lies Bleeding. Oh, never forget. Never forget. Anyway, where am I? Stephen King. I told you, it's affecting my speech right now. I'm doing a little much. Oh, no worries. No worries. You can catch the replay. I'll be around for another like 15 minutes or so here, but then I gotta start getting ready. That's my preferred way to refer to him. Yeah, I actually did just, maybe that's why I said it, because in my video on Monday, I said, hello, my Stephen Kings and Queens, because I thought that was cute, but I've never said that before. Anyway, what other news do I have? So I've kind of been over the biggest stuff. There were just some smaller things like Final Destination Bloodlines updates. We can go over that. I'm gonna let you guys kind of decide in the chat, I think. Also, it's not really news with the new Terminator because James Cameron was refusing to give any details about it. There's the new Bruce Campbell show, the new Child's Play movie, and then I can pull up my like Twitter bookmarks and see if there's anything worth chatting about there rumor wise, but I went on too many tangents today. I didn't get to as much news as I would have liked. Yeah, why don't I go over some of that stuff, because they're just quick little quips. Oh, the Willmeister, you made it. Thank you. Are you still gonna watch along the first 3 movies before Salem's Lot comes out? I don't know, because the first one is 3 hours long. Or is that what you mean by 3 movies? Because that was a made for TV. It was like broken up into multiple nights, right? Right? I don't remember. Also, John Carroll Lynch played a Stephen King parody named Stephen Queen. Oh, on the Jamie Foxx show. The more you know. The more you know. Oh, Drag Me to Hell is on Amazon Prime for free right now. Oh, good looking out. Thanks for that. Okay, let me just go over some of my bookmarks. And also, you might catch me having bookmarked some cat videos. I like to save them and then watch them with Scott. But yeah, so just some stuff has been announced on streaming. So there's a Philippine zombie movie coming to Netflix on October 11th called Outside. Violent outbreak forces a family to seek shelter in an abandoned farmhouse, only to unearth an old secret that becomes a far greater threat. Very vague, like that. Will be seated. And then this is the Netflix lineup for October. It's What's Inside, The Platform 2. We're finally getting that one. Then Outside, as I just mentioned. Woman of the Hour, Family Pack, Don't Move, and Time Cut. Oh my God, that one's finally coming out. You guys, we have talked about that for like the past 2 years. It's been on like at least the past 2 years of my most anticipated of the year. And there that finally is. Okay. First time we've gotten an update on that in like 2 years. Oh, The Black Phone 2 is going to be in theaters October 17th next year. So we just got a little release date on that. Oh, this was a video that I sent my dad. It's the Avengers, but it's all the people coming together to vote against Trump. Anyway, this I think is really interesting. But there was no article attached to it. So David Gordon Green's Nutcrackers will release on Hulu this Christmas after being acquired in an 8-figure deal. So I thought David Gordon Green's career might like slow down a little bit, but no, he's doing just fine. He's all right. So that's good. I think after like the death threats and stuff he was getting 2 years ago, I think this is kind of deserved. Film follows a workaholic who becomes the caregiver for his 4 nephews after their parents die in an accident. It's Ben Stiller's first starring role in 7 years. So Ben Stiller, producer and I think writer of Severance, which is one of the best TV shows of the last decade, in my opinion. His involvement, I'm actually like, okay, that's interesting to me. Just thought was kind of interesting to talk about his career pivot after Halloween and The Exorcist. Anyway, and then, yeah, Lily Wachowski is developing an animated film based on the novel Hell Follow With Us, and it follows transgender teen boy Benji as he escapes a cult and joins forces with a group of teenagers and an LGBTQ plus youth center to survive. I think that's super, super cool. So going to be following this one. This makes me so sad because the tickets for this sold out immediately. The women of Elm Street are going to Beyond Fest to present the movies. I'm sorry about the political memes. Sorry. And I told you there'd be just goofy animal videos. Oh yeah, I tagged this because bookmarked it because I want to make sure that I don't forget to watch this. I never forget. It's not a typo. It's not a typo. Oh, I don't like that. Micah Monroe's next project with Emma Corrin. They're a cool actor. I'm excited to see what they do next. And then also Charlie XCX have been cast in 100 Nights of Hero alongside Nicholas Galtzine, I don't know how to say his name, but I really like him. Follows a house guest who arrives at a castle and throws into chaos the dynamic between a neglectful husband, his bride, and their devoted maid. Sounds like a throuple situation to me, but anyway. This was really funny. This guy was running after a cruise ship, but then this was his boat. He thought it was leaving without him, but this was literally his boat right here. It's very funny. I really liked the stuff that was coming out from TIFF, from Mike and Kate. There's this really cute video where she comes out on stage after they screen the life of Chuck, and it was so cute. She came over and just like planted this huge kiss. And I was like, wow, goals, very cute. Anyway. You are my Stephen Kings and Queens. You are. Yeah, Time Cut is the one about a girl time traveling to the 2000s to save her older sister from a killer. I'm stoked on that. And that one we actually heard about before Totally Killer, so I don't know how Totally Killer came out first. Don't know what was going on with that. Okay, I'll be sure to get to that one. I'll do that one next. Yeah, Maxine, I'm kind of surprised by the delay getting that one to streaming, but it's coming, I think, in November. I forget what I saw. It's that's that sums up what I look at on Twitter. Thank you. Because I'm a bit older now, have I gotten to the point where I notice trends in the younger generation that make absolutely no sense to you? The biggest thing to me that doesn't make sense about young people, young people back in my day, just like how addicted to their phones they are, and like how rude they are and just like disconnected from the world. Because if I were a parent, like that, I plan on being a parent. That's not what I want for my child. Like, I don't think I'm going to allow my children to be on social media till they're like at least 16. I just think it causes brain rot. I just don't think the internet is a good place to be anymore. There really aren't that many websites available for children. Like, it's just everything is social media now. And so I find that bizarre, but I think that's more on the parents than the kids, because it's like, do you sign your kids up for any extracurriculars? Like, why? And also, just the nightmare that is Gen Alpha, and how they're super into skincare, and they're very entitled to it. I've heard horror stories from like Sephora employees and how rude these little children are and the way that they talk to their parents. I'm like, that couldn't be me. That couldn't be me. So that's, I don't know. That's really the only thing I've noticed. I'm not that connected to younger generations at this point. I have a couple of nephews, but they're still really young. So anyway, my nephews are very cool. I really like my nephews. They're not annoying. So anyway, yeah, years ago, I can't remember it. I swear to God, I put that on my most anticipated of like 2022, but I could be wrong. Maybe I started talking about it for 2023, but I don't know. Mike and Stephen King being buds. Yeah, the pictures of them together, because yeah, just Mike Flanagan just so earnestly loves the genre. He's such a big fan of Stephen King, and he's just living a lot of our dreams, getting to create alongside him. And Stephen King also gave Life of Chuck a glowing review, and it's very different. I don't think it's not a horror movie, I'm pretty sure. So it's gonna be really interesting. Because I feel like a lot of people don't know that Mike Flanagan was getting his start when he was in film school. He directed two drama films. Like, he really was a drama boy, and then got into horror, and then of course, like, has really blended the two very nicely. So I think it's a drama, and I'm stoked for that. I back in my day, you weren't allowed a phone until you're 14. I kind of wish I wasn't allowed a 14. I wish I wasn't allowed a phone until I was 14. I kind of wish, because it was, I mean, like, influencers weren't really a thing until I was like a senior in high school. So managed to avoid that. Like, when I was in high school, people were still kind of posting pictures of their sandwiches on Instagram and stuff like that. So kind of avoided that, but not really. Oh, hey. Oh, thank you. Appreciate it. Thank you. Appreciate that. I don't think there's any going back for kids. I know. Because, I mean, even when they're at school, like, unless the school has policies, then there's not really that much that you can do. Because my sister is a teacher, and then Scott's mom is a teacher, and she just talks about like how it's such a nightmare, and she's having to create her own policies for her classroom, because like the school admin doesn't do it. To like get the phones out of the classroom, because they'll just in the middle of class, it's not even like she gave them permission, like, oh, you can listen to music while you work on this project or whatever. They just have them out, and it's like, girl, it's not okay. Yeah, random children attacking people is absurd. It's not good. They're very unfeeling, and it's frightening, because the role models they have online are not good. Hey, a new cat. What's its name? Tell us. You teach kids music. A lot of them are surprisingly dope. I have faith in the youths. That's cool. Musical children are probably cooler than majority, right? But yeah, I don't know. I feel like I start to see it's really just like kids that are on social media, because my nephews are not, but they're only like 4 and 7 years old. So hopefully they don't get uncool. I told my cousin, I was like, dude, like, please, she has a lot of restrictions on what they can watch on YouTube, thank God, because I'm like, just be really careful, because her older son is really into like video game content, and I'm like, you keep an eye on that. Anyway, let me see if there's just anything else. Oh, right, we were going to talk about the Bruce Campbell show. Somebody requested that, so let's talk about that really quick. And then, oh goodness, I'm gonna have to sign off in a couple of minutes here. I gotta start getting ready. Yeah, so Peacock has a new satanic panic horror series, Hysteria. Very cool. Very cool. And it's premiering on October 18th, so in about a month here. Oh, sci-fi! I love almost anything that sci-fi does. Like, they're really just on a roll these past few years. Okay, not familiar with these guys, but it explores America's dark history of mass hysteria through the shocking story of the teenage satanic panic. Series follows a group of 1980s high school misfits as they exploit the growing hysteria around teen occult activity. Ooh. When a beloved varsity quarterback disappears during the satanic panic of the late 1980s, a struggling high school heavy metal band of outcasts realize they can capitalize on the town's sudden interest in the occult by building a reputation as a satanic metal band until a bizarre series of murders, kidnappings, and reported supernatural activity triggers a leather-studded witch hunt that leads directly back to them. So that sounds fun. Um, I would recognize these people if their pictures were here, but I don't know them by their names. Oh, Millie Shapiro from Hereditary. Love that. Bruce Campbell, Julie Bowen, and other people that I don't know, but I'm excited. Okay, hell yeah. Kong Skull Island director is helming the premiere episode. That's cool. And John Francis Daly is a producer. Oh, that's great news, actually. That is great news. Really good team of people. Okay, hell yeah. I'm super stoked for this. And I actually do have Peacock, so I will be seated. I will be seated on that one. And then I do want to go over the new Child's Play movie. I don't know if there's actually anything new with this, but we can just see. We can just see. It's the last piece of news that I really care about here. Okay, confirms the new chapter in the iconic horror series, but this was back on August 1st, so I don't think there's been any updates since then. I feel like we would have heard about it. So, okay, Lexi Terror, let's do continuing the storyline. Okay, details about the plot remain under wraps, but he's hinted that the new film will continue the narrative arc established in the previous movies. Continuity is something fans greatly appreciate as it maintains the rich lore and character development that has been built over the years. Expect to see familiar faces and perhaps some new ones, as Mancini is known for introducing intriguing characters that add depth and blah, blah, blah. In interviews, he's expressed his desire to push the boundaries of horror, blending traditional scares with innovative storytelling techniques. Evidence and blah, blah, blah. From writing the script to overseeing production, he's deeply involved in every aspect. This is always true. Filming is expected to commence later this year. Oh, a tentative release date for next year. The production team is working tirelessly to bring Mancini's vision to life with top-notch special effects, talented cast. They always do. Okay, wow, that's really interesting. Overwhelming enthusiasm from fans. How about you guys? Because I'm a little confused why there's no mention in this article of the TV show. I'm pretty sure that the TV show is still in limbo. They still don't know if it's going to be renewed. At this point, I feel like it's probably not. There was a really big campaign with all the actors, like Devon Sawa and Jennifer Tilly were tweeting about it a lot, like hashtag renew Chucky. It was a big thing. They really were trying to get momentum rolling on that once the third season concluded. And then nothing ever came of that. But after that whole campaign, I think both of them had tweeted, like, we still don't know if it's getting renewed. It hasn't not been renewed, but we don't know. I feel like it's probably not going to be because depending on reception, you typically with TV, you hear about that pretty quickly. Like, even though it takes them over 3 years to get us a new season of Stranger Things, they announce that shit like literally as it's coming out, you know? Maybe that's not fair because that's one of the most popular shows ever. I'm trying to think of something else, but just in general, like, you know, like they announced the next season right after the release of, you know, the most current season. So I feel like it's probably not going to happen. Haven't heard anything about it. So I feel like in this case, no news is not really good news in that case. And the fact that he's already planning a movie, my guess is that Mancini is not banking on it getting greenlit for a fourth season, which I'm fine with because to be really honest, I only liked the first season of the show. I thought that it fell off incredibly hard in the second season, kind of found its footing again in the first half of season 3, and then fell off tremendously again. I just really didn't enjoy it. Like, I don't understand what happened with the show. It I don't know. It fell way too hard into absurdity, and I just didn't really appreciate that. So I'd be stoked to see a new movie. I'm fine with that. They also don't mention they mention continuity in terms of the other films, but not with the TV show. So I am kind of assuming that maybe the kids won't be involved in the next movie. Like, I don't know. I would assume it's probably more like the classic characters coming back. If you guys know anything about it, though, let me know. I wanna see your thoughts here. I oh, Skibbity I mean, I don't judge the kids for that. I don't fully understand what it is, but like we had What Did the Fox Say? We had the Harlem Shake. I mean, we had our stupid shit, okay, in the late 2000s and the early 2010s. Charlie Bit My Finger. That shit isn't funny. And we ate it up, you know? I don't blame them for Skibidi Toilet. Not one bit. Anyway, yeah, I think it sounds really, really good. I think that's going to be a hit. I'm super stoked on that. So that's definitely on my list. It has a rock band as the main characters. Yeah. Hell yeah. I have a feeling I'll probably like the show more than I liked Maxine. So yeah, I don't know why, like, people weren't really casting her for a long time. I remember she went a little bit viral. I think it was like on TikTok where she was like, I don't know, people just compliment her performance in Hereditary, and she's like, yeah, thank you. Like, why is nobody casting me? So I'm super stoked that she's in it. Oh, hey. Hey, Tiago. Happy to have you. Hope you're having a good Saturday. That's my bestie in London, by the way. They interviewed Zachary about new season during a live stream at Horror Nights. He said he won't get in trouble for saying this, but to keep an eye out. Oh. Huh. Okay. Okay, sure. He said, see you soon. I just don't know if I buy it. Like, what? I don't get it. Maybe he is going to be in the new film. Maybe that's what he's alluding to. I don't know, man. I don't know. Goosebumps season 2, I'm not sure, but that has been announced, and they announced that they were going with a different storyline. It's going to be like anthological, and I'm like, boo. You got me all invested in those characters. I like the characters. So, whatever. Oh, AHS is doing a 5-episode. No, I didn't see that. Well, there's another show to look forward to then, this spooky season. Haven't been feeling the Chuckster series either. Same. It's had its iconic moments, like, don't get me wrong. The various versions of Chucky we've gotten to see and all the practical effects, like, that's been exquisite, but the storylines, mama, ooh, not good. Not good. Yeah, you're in luck with Time Cut. You probably like that one. Yeah, I would love to see Chris Sarandon return as well. Absolutely. He's one of the main characters we haven't seen. Oh, you haven't seen it? The first season is still worth checking out, I think. Yeah, I think so. I mean, it's kind of open-ended, but it's very dramatic. It is very climactic, so I think it is worth it. I do, because it brings back a lot of the storylines of the classic characters of the franchise. So I think it's worth it for sure. Rips way harder as a film than a series. I agree. Yeah, I think I get the overall sentiment, but I don't listen to Charlie XCX, so like I'm not really there with everybody, but you know, I get you. Don't worry. Your teachers would play What the Fox Say? What did they want all the children to be parroting that back at them? What? Oh, you never finished season 3. It was just like not that climactic. It just wasn't that good. They left it super open-ended to try to get it renewed for season 4, and I just was like, boo. Boo, make an actual finale. Girl, what are you talking about? An egg pick? I don't know. Yeah, like as a film. Wait. As a film, then as yeah, I get you. I don't know. I feel like maybe Megan versus Chucky. I feel like that definitely could happen. Could definitely see, with the merger of Atomic Monster and Blumhouse, could totally see them also wanting to team up with Mancini for sure. Oh, this is cool. Okay, random Letterboxd Instagram is giving away a vinyl pressing filled with flies and maggots of the Longlegs soundtrack. Oh, cool. Okay. Thanks for pointing us in that direction. If we got any vinyl collectors here, that's good to know. Bias since it came out when you were a freshman. Yeah, you're the same age, so that'd be like, I mean, yeah, that is like your era of Chucky. So I totally get that. But yeah, I think that's gonna probably do it for today. I do have a hard out around 2:00 here. Let me just check and see if I have anything else like bookmarked on Twitter, but I don't think I did. Oh, Ariana DeBose is starring in I think oh no, it's a movie. It's called House of Spoils. That is coming on October 3rd on Prime Video. So there's that. Yeah, Salem's Lot on Max on October 3rd as well. I also want, this is not horror, but apparently Rebel Ridge on Netflix is really, really, really good. I wonder if it's gonna get any awards buzz, but that's on my list for this month as well. Robert Eggers wrote an entire novella to shape his vision for Nosferatu. So dives deeper into the backstory of Ellen and Hutter, and it's a massive prologue that's not in the movie. So I'm wondering if that's going to be on sale after Nosferatu comes out. I would love for it to be. Oh yeah, the Hush 4K. That is street date is November 26th. I don't know if it's on pre-sale, if it already sold out. I think I saw something about that. The entirety of the Beetlejuice animated series is now available on Tubi to stream. So if you really love the new movie and you want to see more Beetlejuice stuff, the series is now on Tubi, which is free in North America. Also Azrael, the new Samara Weaving horror movie, is coming out September 27th. I don't know if that's coming straight to video on demand or what, because I haven't seen anything about a theatrical release, but I'm super stoked on a new Samara Weaving horror movie. I guess we had like a month's worth of stuff to catch up on, so. Hayden Panettiere is joining the cast of A Breed Apart, which is a reimagining of the Wes Craven produced The Breed, which I've talked about that movie before somewhat recently. It's set after the events of the first film, so Hayden Panettiere is doing more horror coming up. The official title for the new Jurassic World movie is Jurassic World Rebirth, which is being written by the writer of the original Jurassic Park, Gareth Edwards. Gareth Edwards is the director, but you know what I'm talking about. I guess we can get to some of this stuff in another horror news update. It had been a while since we talked about horror news, but I'm stoked that you guys were able to join me for this. I'll just do one last little catch up. Oh, thank you. You're welcome. Horror tends to attract a lot of losers. Oh, I mean, I feel like any fandom does, okay? Any fandom does. Let's not single out horror. Okay, I'll see you soon. Thanks for being here. You wouldn't be surprised if most of the storylines from the Chucky TV show might be ignored. Yeah, me either. That's why I'm a little skeptical about the kids coming back, but if What's-His-Face is saying I'll see you soon, then I don't know. All the old Scooby-Doo shows are on Tubi. Oh, that's good. Okay. You're gonna have to go back, and I talked about that at the top of the stream. You'll just have to catch the replay on that. I don't know. I don't really know anything about it. I just saw Samara Weaving, horror movie. Sign me up. I'm just gonna be sat either way. So yeah. Ready or Not 2 is in development. I think we talked about that a little while ago as well. Where has she been? Honestly, there are some news articles you can look up about her. She was going through it. I think that she was in a really bad relationship and dealing with some substance abuse. I don't know if it was like her or her partner, but she was out of commission for a little bit, and that's why in her Scream 6 interviews she was like, the fans really brought me back, and like, you guys saved me. Like, I needed this more than you know, and I believe her. So yeah, she was just out of commission for a little bit. Had to get her life together in a way, I think. So thank goodness for that. I am pulling for her, rooting for her always. So yeah, good little note to end on there. This upcoming week, you'll see an announcement. I think on Sunday, you'll see an announcement on the community tab, where I'm announcing that we're watching along to Hocus Pocus and Corpse Bride. Wanted to do some good childhood favorites, some good fun PG horror, some very fall vibes type horror movies to get us even further into the season. So I hope I'll see you then. But until then, have a great day. One more. Thank you. The Beetlejuice cartoon is, wait, can I watch the intro on stream? I don't think so. I think that still would give me a copyright issue. I don't think, just because it's free, I don't think it's like public domain or anything. So yeah, unfortunately not. But anyway, thanks for the last minute tip. I hope I catch you in the next one. Bye.